7 o'clock.
Yeah, right over on TV. Go
Yeah.
live. We're going live.
Oh,
Hey,
Thank you. All right, so we'll call the meeting to order at 7 o'clock. What are we on? May 11th, 2016. Attendance, John Regan, present. Rick Riley, present. John Devereaux.
Here.
Greg Lapine. Lapine?
Lapine.
Lapine.
Yeah.
I used to know Greg Lapine. For the record, I'll appoint Greg, who's an alternate to the board this evening. The rest of us are full. So before I get started, what I'll do is I'll let you know we have 4 people present. I'm expecting a 5th. We got a couple minutes worth of business to take care of, but then we can wait as long as you're willing to wait for the 5th person to show up.
When I'm up, and I'll sit here until I get it.
All right. Let's see. Technically, what I need to do is just read the application into the record. This is case number 2016-01. Name of applicant is Dan Dumont? Don Dumont, sorry. Location of property is 541 Charles Bancroft Highway, map 23, lot 1. Applicant seeks a variance from zoning ordinance 502.01, I believe. Area variance. You're proposing to subdivide a lot to create 2 lots. One would be conforming single-family residential lot. The other would be a non-conforming single-family residential lot of .972 acres, or roughly 42,351 square feet, where a minimum of 1 acre, or 43,560 square feet, is required. So we're talking about a variance of,
0.028.
yeah,
03 acres or less.
0.028.
.028. It sounds about right.
It is 0.028.
Yeah, well, we can do the math and come up with a square footage, but, so what we'll do, normal proceedings, have you been through the variance process before? What we'll do basically is, we would, listen to your input, which essentially you have to address the criteria that I'm sure Kevin shared to you. Present any maps, anything like that you have, any letters from a butter supporting or not supporting your case, as it may be, if you had any of that with you. Once we've gotten all of your input, we would open it up to the public, see if there's any public input. At that point, we might ask a couple more questions. Generally speaking, once we've heard everything, we would close public input. We deliberate here in public. We make a decision tonight. That being said, there are some mitigating circumstances where we may choose not to make a decision if we need some additional information. What have you, we could postpone the decision. So back to, in order for you to get your request granted, you're looking for a minimum of 3 yes votes in support of your application. So with 5 people, your odds are a little better than with 4 people. You have the option, since we don't have all 5 here, to either move forward tonight, in which case I think I need you to sign a waiver. Does that sound right?
Yeah.
Which I believe I have in the
We do
bin.
so many of these cases, right?
Yeah. Or you could request a postponement till next month, and we'll do our best to get 5 members here again next month.
I guarantee you that.
Yeah, it almost gets harder in the July and August months, to tell you the truth.
That's June.
I'm fine with moving forward if everybody else.
It would be June. You're okay moving forward?
Absolutely.
Can you see if there's a waiver in there? There should be a waiver in there. Maybe by the time we dig that up, Tom will show up. Now Tom was saying he might be running a little bit late. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Good, thanks. We're just getting started. There's gotta be something in there with all the documents.
Correspondence.
I think it might be all the way down the bottom, that big green thing. Yeah. I think that's where I keep all spare documents. Oh, look at that, a bunch of stamps, too.
We get stamps in here. You want some more stamps?
Those are 1 cent or 2 cent stamps, I
Money?
think.
Oh, these are
Oh, those are
whatever.
whatever stamps.
They're not as worth as much as when you bought them.
Whatever stamps.
All right, so that's, oh, I'm getting there.
Got one? Sweet.
Nice job, Greg.
If you wouldn't mind, we just need your signature there. Essentially, just saying you're agreeing to move forward with.
So just my signature, right?
Right here.
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
I got a little voting, I guess, for that.
Yep, we have to vote. Okay, so I have a request for 4-member hearing signed by the applicant. Do I have a motion to accept the applicant's request?
Motion to accept.
Do I have seconded?
I'll second.
All right.
Aye.
We don't want to talk about it?
I can forget. Go ahead.
All right, so we have a motion that's seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries 4-0, 5/11, 2016. That will go into the record. Okay. Still 4. You can start anytime you like.
Okay, do I sit up here or?
If you wouldn't mind, it might be a little easier. And just state your name and address, please, just for the record.
My name is John Dumont. I reside at 195R Central Street in Hudson, but I own the property at 541 Charles Bancroft Highway, Litchfield. I'm here today to ask for a variance for a lot on areas, on size. The area, I don't quite meet it. It's slightly under what's required by today's standards. It wasn't a while back. The subdivision is recorded with the, in the Hillsborough County Register of Deeds, but it's today's standards, it doesn't meet it, so that's why I'm here. I don't have an exact copy of the application with me, which was my fault, so.
Does he have one of ours? Oh, yeah, please.
Oh.
Yeah,
I appreciate that, thank you.
yeah, no, yeah, you'll need that to get through.
So, let's start here. So basically, I need a full acre, the way I understand it, after talking to the zoning administrator, and I have .972 acres. So whatever that, like we mentioned, whatever that comes out to, I'm gonna say roughly about 1,200 square feet, maybe, less. That is what required. The frontage is all there, everything to meet all the setback, sides, front, is all there. So I guess, I can go through the facts supporting the request. So for number one, the variance will not be contrary to the public interest because it is conforming to the neighborhood with similar sized lots. The spirit of the ordinance is observed because the property will not be affecting the health, safety, or the general welfare of the community. And three, substantial justice is done because the proposed use is consistent with the area's present use and does not alter the character of the area. It also does not injure the rights of others or otherwise undermine the public interest. Granting the variance would give substantial justice because it conforms to the community. Number 4, the values of the surrounding properties are not diminished because the current use of the property will stay the same and not diminish the property values, because any new construction will bring up the value of existing homes and properties. It will also bring in more income into the town without affecting the community in a negative manner. And then 5, which was kind of the hardest one for me to realize what it
It is for us
means.
too.
Yeah, but this is what I come up with a little bit of internet
Yeah.
searching. So the variance sought would create one non-conforming lot, which is consistent with the prevailing residential use of the surrounding properties. And I guess, is that legitimizing a second by appropriation by a qualified land use authority
That's us.
that meets town regulations, which was also allowed in 1993 by this board. Please see attached, and we attached the case to it. So I guess basically what I'm asking is, the board has approved this before. It was an approved subdivision and recorded. To this day, there's still 2 deeds on both properties. They've never been combined into one deed. When I purchased the property, they both have their own deeds and their own descriptions. After doing that, I talked with Kevin, the zoning administrator, and he brought to my attention that there was a merger some time back, which is also part of that package. I'm not sure exactly how that works, because the deeds were never recorded that way. They were always 2 deeds. There still is today. It was transferred to me with 2 deeds. So I guess really what I'm asking the board is just to see their way clear, I guess, of following what it has done on at least 2 occasions in the past. Identical. Nothing will be changed. The square footage, the subdivision is exactly what's been recorded. The house location, the proposed well, the proposed septic system is all on that plan. It's all exactly the way it has been. And by the way, the boundaries are still there for the both lots, the granite boundaries. And I think that's about it.
All right, thank you very much, I appreciate that. Apologize, I'm just trying to read the
It's a good read.
the highlights from the 93
So,
case.
so there are 2 lots, 2 deeds, you said.
Two separate deeds.
They're bounded off by the town. Both lots are bounded off by the town already,
Yep.
and one's not an acre.
And one is not an acre.
Oh,
The
you
one
have
that the
that
house sits on, the existing house today,
Oh, yeah?
I
It's
got,
not an acre.
I got that already, John looked at it.
Go, John.
Unless he wants
the
that.
new lot, or not the new lot, the lot that's not built on is a full acre.
Yeah.
Which meets all the requirements.
Yeah.
It meets everything. The one that doesn't meet it is the one that the house is already built.
House is already on it.
Yeah, so are you gonna raise the house and build a new one? Is that what you're doing?
No,
Just wants to make it illegal again.
I just wanna make it legal, because, Kevin thought,
Yeah.
because it's an undersized lot. And the other thing that I'd like to add, if I could too, is the surrounding area has many, the abutting properties have many in that area that don't quite meet the 1 acre neither, because the subdivision was
That's the
done
existing
a
house,
few years ago. So there are many in that area that,
and this 1 acre lot. This is going,
I didn't know that.
So where's the other acre?
this
Oh,
is
I
the
see.
boundary, and this is the, yeah.
This is the new.
This was always an acre,
Yeah.
and this was just under an acre. It's
Oh,
like,
wow.
that's like 1,200 square feet.
So you're not doing anything to the house that's
190
non-conforming?
the house is non-conforming. And I'd like to make it legal.
Sorry, you can't use it.
For me. Well, can I use the
Well,
garage to
it's not
restore
like he's
buses?
building anything,
I know,
Well, he proposes to build here.
right.
but that's got a separate deed.
That has a separate deed, correct?
Yeah, but for some reason, it's no longer a subdivision. It's back to one lot, according to Kevin anyways.
Yeah, the
So
way
he's
that
back
I
again trying to
understand the
subdivide.
merger,
Okay.
yeah,
And what was this
they
one about?
merged it
It was,
together.
it was to execute this.
Actually, it was, I think it was strictly addressing the
It was
smaller
to
lot.
legalize that,
Right,
essentially.
right,
So we're almost doing the same thing as in
we are.
1993.
Yeah.
You said there were 2.
That
I
wasn't
think.
not, that
There
wasn't
were
me, by the
2.
way.
It
might have been you, but not me.
Cases.
I forget if,
Oh, Bella
Two
Bella.
separate deeds?
Oh, I thought you said there were 2 different hearings or 2 different cases
No, one, this
Just
is
one.
it. This is
Okay.
the only hearing
in
for both.
1993.
Oh, 1993, I'm sorry, yes, 1993, there was a previous one where they allowed it. I guess there was some misinterpretation of the boundaries.
It says there's a mistake, it was a mistake
Yeah.
made,
Yeah.
and the
Surveyor.
justice to be,
That one.
is
This
to
one.
fix the mistake. Can I read it?
Yep, please.
That was the only, hearing or case that ever went forward with this particular lot?
Well, we had another case that we denied, but he was doing something different. He was
Okay.
he wanted to build a
garage.
structure
I got you.
that we didn't want to.
So that doesn't really apply.
No. So in '93, the applicant was approved 5-0, given her number 3, the special conditions of the applicant's land which caused the literal enforcement of the zoning ordinance to be an unnecessary hardship are as follows. Hardship in the land in that an error in the original survey and subdivision plan which created those lots has caused the need for the variance. Oh my gosh, I've been driving all day. Variance requested. The current area of parcels 23.1 and 23.2 as determined by the acreages 1 acre each, indicated on the original subdivision plan, CHCRD, plan number 3466, from which a warranty deed transferring ownership of these 2 parcels from the subdivider to the Handleys was based. The fact that this error in the original survey led to the creation of what are, in effect, 2 non-conforming lots represents a hardship. With the variance, the owner applicant could proceed to gain approval for a lot line adjustment, eliminating one of the 2 presently non-conforming lots. Denial of this variance would serve to increase hardship, as the variance requested is necessary for the present deficiencies in these parcels to be rectified.
I guess, and I don't know if I'm supposed to speak it on, so if I'm not, just
yeah,
let me know.
good.
I guess there were a few like that in the area that they had to move the lot lines a little bit to kind of tweak everything. So this was one of them. So basically, it's really the one, like I said, that the house sits on. That's the, and all I want to do, like I said, I just want to make sure the house is conforming, that it meets whatever it needs to do.
So
It was coming in front of this board, I guess.
when this decision was made, a 5-0 vote was made, and the variance
It was granted.
was granted.
So I.
Right.
A variance of .028 acres from the 1 acre requirement of section 250.3A back then of the zoning ordinance. The variance is required in order to create through a lot line adjustment a residential lot with a total acreage of .972 acres. So this was approved, and this person didn't do anything. I guess must not
No,
have
they didn't-
executed
they didn't do
what this
anything.
allowed them to
I
execute.
guess, yeah.
And
they
now
didn't-
you're stuck doing it again.
Yeah.
Is that what it is? We have, anything from?
I have a denial letter from Kevin, which I thought,
It's Kevin's thing.
What, his formal notes? Yeah,
owner is requesting
yeah.
to subdivide lot 23-1 into 2 lot, with 1 lot being less than the required lot size by .028 acres or 1,209 square feet. A variance is needed from section 300, minimum lot size of 43,560. Your request has been denied for not meeting the minimum lot size in a residential,
For a
Zone.
resident, yeah.
yeah, for residential use.
All right.
Just so I understand the timeline again, to make sure I'm clear. So this particular lot in question, that's under by, 1,209 square feet. This was approved in 1993. You purchased the lot after this case was heard.
Yes.
Okay, so at the time you purchased the lot, it was perfectly legal.
Which,
I don't know why it isn't. Kevin's not here to explain it, but
Well,
according to Kevin,
it
it-
Well, it just doesn't meet the 1 acre
It
requirement.
didn't execute the actual subdivision of the property. Is this a recent subdivision map?
No, that subdivision is old and, I don't know, I think that one
Old
has a
as-
date on it, yeah.
as old as, all those other houses.
Yes, as all the other houses there.
I
So
think-
basically what it is, it
Very
just
old.
doesn't have enough land to live. I don't wanna say to live in the house, 'cause,
Right.
but there is a house on it, so I just wanna be able to make sure it's, I think his thoughts were, and I don't wanna speak out of turn, but I think it's just to bring it, to make it legalized, to make sure there's a paper
Yeah.
trail.
I think what Kevin's saying is maybe there's some maps that were drawn afterwards, and those lots were put back as one,
Yeah.
and he's concerned, so he's,
You know, yeah, a variance is forever. Once you grant a variance, that's forever.
Okay.
It doesn't go away, so I don't understand. This granted them a variance for that lot. I don't understand why we're going through this again.
I think it just was a matter of procedure. He just wanted to make sure he dotted all of his i's and
That
everything
doesn't,
crossed.
I understand what you're saying.
Why I'm here.
I understand what you're saying, but a variance was granted back in 93 for the same thing, and we're gonna grant the same variance?
Number one, it'd be bad form for us to deny it. It was already granted once.
No, I get that.
Number two, now we have two records of the same decision.
I wonder if,
Why? You know what I mean?
too bad Laura wasn't here.
Yes.
She could tell
Laura's
us.
our lawyer.
I think all we need is a motion to, something to accept that as,
Except the original,
the original variance is valid or something, I don't know.
Interesting.
I wish this could
Well,
delay.
and again, I'm not sure if I understand exactly all this stuff, or you guys know better than me, you're on the board, but wouldn't it just be acceptable, I mean, if it is allowed, if everybody agrees on it, couldn't we just accept it, and then because from here, I would have to go to the planning board.
Right.
So,
I mean, what you're suggesting is
To re-subdivide. See, he doesn't make reference to 23-2.
Did he know about this at the time you were?
oh yeah, he brought a lot of this to my attention, yeah.
He brought this case up to you?
These are
Oh, yeah. I actually, he gave me the copies of it, I have it right here.
What, where did you say Kevin was?
It
Was a family thing.
He's got a family
His
thing
father.
going on. This is,
the only ZBA meeting in the whole year.
that's 23. I know, the one big
I
one.
mean, I agree with you, it's very simple, if that's what we have to do, then we'll go through that and approve it again, but
That's what he told me, he said it's a very simple thing, we just gotta follow the steps, and.
He's not making any mention of 23-2, which is the
there's
other
a little
lot.
handwritten
I
paper.
think
Which now
possibly
suggests
the,
what you just said, is that this is now one big lot again.
in his,
In
on
his
some
mind, he's
map,
saying,
yes.
owner's requesting to re-subdivide 23-1 into 23-1
Yeah,
and 2,
yeah,
right? Into the two lot, with one lot being less.
right.
So something is telling him that that's now one lot, and that map doesn't apply anymore, Greg.
Uh-oh. I had a train of thought, and I kinda lost it. I was gonna ask for public input, but I don't wanna do it while Greg is just stepped out. You're here to speak, I hope?
Not really, just inquisitive.
Yeah? Are you in a butter?
Yes, I am.
Okay.
I wish we had a current,
My question is, just one question is, how many houses do they propose to build on that lot?
Well, they could only
one
get
more
one.
on the
One.
1 acre lot.
one single family, am I supposed to answer that or not?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Just one single family home.
Okay, not two.
Nope, one single.
One's already there.
Yeah, one is already there.
Yeah, I know the house is
Yeah.
already there.
Yeah.
I've lived there for 45 years,
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
very
What's his
familiar
name
with
for
it.
the record?
Oh, what's your name,
But
sir?
There was one other time that there was a hearing here, and Mr. Riley, you were at that meeting, you conducted the meeting, where the former owner of that property was proposing to build a big
Garage. Yes,
building here.
Yeah.
For construction equipment
yes,
primarily,
yep,
and it was denied,
correct.
obviously.
That's what Greg and I were talking about that. Yes, we remember that one.
Right. So, and I don't remember the year that it was. But, it doesn't make any difference
No.
anyway. I'm just curious as to, do you have a plan for where you're gonna put this house and?
There is a proposed, the site plan that the board has, there is a proposed area for the house, the well, and the septic system.
Could I just get your name and address, please, for the
My name
record?
is Joe White.
And your address?
I live at 2 Corning Road.
Thank you.
Corner
sir.
directly across.
You're welcome to come up, take a quick look at this map if you like.
I was curious about that.
Yeah,
Should I step down, or?
it's all public. No, you're all right. Stay where you are.
All right.
We're not done with you yet.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, this would be right here, so.
You on this side?
Did you phone a friend
I'm
to get
this-
a
I'm
ruling
on
on this?
the corner of the
I'm on the phone with Frank.
Corning Road.
I was hoping I could at least talk to Laura.
She wasn't there?
Didn't answer the phone.
So this is Forest Lane.
I'm just trying to think, is there a way we could make a
This
motion?
3A.
So there's 3A
Well-
right here.
Accept that, or, I mean, I'm fine with going ahead with that.
Yes.
The big styles, yeah.
I think you can make a motion to just grant it and
So there's the existing house.
base it on this.
Got here.
And
He
then
wanted to
what I'll do is
build a big
copy and
Buses.
paste most of this, if not all of this,
That would be making.
right into the record again and just say, you know, here it is.
Yeah.
So where
Yeah,
was
so
your house?
they,
I
you
think-
are
I would
right.
think we
It- So this is corner on that, that's Charles Bancroft.
Yeah, and his house is right
Yeah,
here.
And I thought there was.
I'm sure Kevin has a reason, because usually these things don't get to
This
us
is the
unless they
well.
have to.
This is one of the ones, what the heck's he got this coming to us for?
So it would be within that building setback, and there's.
I know
a
that,
septic system. I thought there
I'm
was
sure there's a
for-
map that,
I would love to ask,
Well, there
I
is a
wanna
one,
know
I
from
guess.
him why he did this,
I thought there was.
because a variance is forever.
For some reason,
Driveway,
right.
so
For
somewhere
some
in
reason,
here,
he
This driveway
didn't
will be
recognize
off
this
of
at all.
Corning Road.
no, no, no,
Would be
he
off
he
of
does
Into
recognize this, what
where
he's
you're
telling
gonna
me
go.
Yeah,
is that
wherever,
there's
wherever
some
it
other
fits. Of course, that would be up to the. planning
official
board too, I
record.
guess.
Yeah.
that
They would
Missed
make.
that.
is
the-
after this,
Is it- I have no
that
idea
put the lot
how
back
this
to
would
one.
sit in proximity to
That,
what-
that
Now,
was.
either
that was the
because
error.
they didn't
Yeah, you can be
execute on
within
this or something, I
within
don't
this
know why.
radius With the house just.
But
not-
his concern is, even though there's two separate deeds, there's also a tax map or
If
whatever
I,
that
if I had
shows
to
this
guess,
is
I
one
would
lot.
say right in this.
Somehow
So
they made a
he's making them go
because
through this
you-
again.
The well would be out
Somehow
front,
someone
septic
made a
in the back.
mistake and
And I'm
combined
just
it.
guessing, but the driveway being
I
right
mean,
there.
the only other choice would be to say that he erred in his
behind
decision,
the existing house.
Right.
and we say because
I
it's
mean,
a
there may be a
variance.
garage attached to the house,
It's
you
on
know, like
TV.
a normal garage,
Yeah.
but that's
Yeah.
it for any of that stuff.
They don't see your faces on TV.
She went for the well there?
I'm not sure, I'm gonna be honest with you,
Yeah.
I'm not sure,
Yeah, right.
I actually spoke with someone from the state yesterday, and they gave me some other gentleman's name to call. Ed, no, Ed, I have it on my truck, Ed Corning from, Saint Gobain. I
Oh,
actually
yeah.
talked with him,
Oh, from St. Gobain, yeah.
talked
Well,
to him
they-
directly, cause I don't know what they're doing there. I
They're
don't know what they're
proposing to
doing.
bring,
Town water, right?
town water in either from Manchester or.
Hudson?
Penachuk, right?
Londonderry.
Nashua, yeah.
Huh. All right, all set?
Yes, I am, that's what I wanted.
Excellent, very good, thank you.
Thank you.
What did Greg Conrad do?
No. I don't think we have any other public input unless you have anything to say. Okay. So I think we have maybe a couple of choices, and you guys tell me if you see anything else, but I think we could try to take the tact where we say Kevin erred in his denial and use this and say that technically it's been approved already.
I don't know.
Or we just approve it and we use this and say,
Based on that.
they're pretty much based on this and copy the same kind of language here, as well as the updated language that the applicant has submitted on the current application. I mean,
I don't know if you need to fill in all those details. I
Just
think we
refer to.
just refer to this.
just
We
refer
can make a
to,
decision referring to that.
So, let's see, how do we make the motion? I'll make the motion that we grant the variance, based on the
The
input.
decisions made, yeah.
The decisions made on,
Case
what is it?
1993-3.
Yeah, case 1993
well, I can
dash
close
3.
public input, then you can go ahead and make the motion if you like. Yeah?
Yeah.
Anybody else got anything?
Okay with that.
All
Motion
right, we're gonna close public input. Now I'll take a motion. Second motion?
Third.
All right. Now you can make a motion if you like.
Oh, I thought that. I make a motion that we grant the variance, to, what is it?
To allow
Oh, to allow the non-conforming lot, a variance. Go ahead, you say it. You do it, Greg. I'm just helping you.
How about grant the variance based on?
Grant the variance based on
case.
The decision that was made in case number 1993-3 back in,
93.
no, I was gonna give you the
Looks like
date.
August.
August 13th, 1993. And there was no stipulations.
All right, so we have a motion to grant the variance for .028 acres, less than the required 1 acre minimum, based on the criteria that was approved back in August of 1993.
I'll second that motion.
We have a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, so the motion carries 4-0. So essentially, the variance has been re-granted. You still have a 30-day wait period for anybody who might want to appeal.
Okay.
And then after that, work with Kevin, do what
So
you.
do they send me the decision through the mail or
I
something?
will send you a
Okay.
copy of the decision. We'll get that typed up in the next couple of days. You'll get that through regular postal,
Okay,
yes.
sounds good.
And
Thank
then
you.
it also gets posted here or put in the file here.
All right,
But we don't have to put anything in the paper or anything, just
okay.
send you
All right.
an approval.
Thank you for your time.
All right.
Very good.
Thanks for bringing us such a interesting
Good one,
case.
yeah.
Well, yeah, interesting and kind of get you guys back in the groove.
Yeah. The next 6 months,
We're
right.
getting rusty.
All right, guys.
Okay, good night.
Okay, so,
So this wouldn't be a new variance, this is a motion document, not a variance document.
Kind of what
We're not re-answering
I
the
wish
question.
Laura was here, because she could,
Well, hey, she lost a
Help us
chance.
I thought it was a variance. I'm just gonna type it up as an approval for a variance.
uh,
Okay.
just
Yeah.
based,
That's all I'm gonna do. All right, the only other thing we have for business tonight, and I don't know if we can do it tonight, is to elect
award.
officers.
Term loosely.
Yeah, right. Chairman and vice chair. I mean,
I'm out.
I'm more than willing to give up or to continue, whatever anybody wants.
Yeah. How come you have it easy compared to me? That's
I
not
do.
I
fair.
have no aspirations for political office,
You got nothing to do.
Yeah, I'm lucky to even be here.
yeah.
I got in trouble for being here.
So I can make a motion to keep you as chair and
I'll
Laura
second
as vice chair. and-
Yeah. Laura's
So
vice
can we
chair.
do that with Laura being absent?
I think so.
She'll take it.
Yeah.
All right, and then if we have to, we'll readdress it if she doesn't want to take it, but I'm sure she
Yeah,
will.
we could readdress, yeah.
All right, well then, we have a motion to keep myself and Laura. Myself as chair and Laura as vice chair. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second from John. All those, I'm gonna abstain. All those in favor?
Aye.
Well, me.
You can vote.
But
Yeah, you
I,
can.
Because you're a full member. right?
Yeah, yeah.
right now, okay, yes,
3-0.
3-0.
Do we need a clerk anymore?
No,
301.
we limited the position. We're downsizing.
We're trying to save money.
He was hoping for, he was hoping for a paid position,
Save
he needs the
energy.
money.
35 minutes. I got a
Nice.
motion to close.
Motion to close.
Motion
Second,
seconded.
aye.
Aye.
Meeting